Welcome to the Blink Network. In this training, we're going to cover how to add and edit fleet vehicles. Adding your fleet vehicles allows you to add them to groups, manage their stations, and set charging parameters. Start by logging into the Blink Network to access your dashboard. Click on Manage Fleet from the side menu. Select the Vehicles tab to see all vehicles that are part of your fleet program. Here, you can see the vehicle information and which fleet group they are currently assigned to. To add a new one, click Add New Vehicle from this view. Note that before you can add a new vehicle, you must have already created the fleet group you want this vehicle to be a part of. If you already have a fleet group in mind, continue by entering the vehicle information and fleet group. Note that the VIN number and efficiency are not required fields. Click Save once complete. To edit information per vehicle, add Blink cards, assign a station, or edit notifications, select a vehicle from the list. In the EVSE tab, you can assign a specific station to the vehicle. Once assigned, this vehicle will be the only one that can authorize a charging session at that particular station. To add stations, click Assign Station. Select from the list and click Assign. To remove a station from being locked down for only that vehicle, click the X for that station. The Blink Cards tab shows all Blink cards this vehicle can use to charge. You can have multiple cards assigned to one vehicle if you have multiple drivers using the same vehicle. To add a new card, click Assign New Card. Enter the card number and click Assign. To remove a Blink card from a vehicle, click the X for any of the cards. The Constraints tab is used to manage when this vehicle is allowed to charge. If you have set constraints in the fleet group this vehicle is a part of, changes here will override the group constraints for this specific vehicle only. The Energy Levels section is used to trigger notifications based on a minimum, maximum, or target level of kilowatts transferred during a charging session. These parameters do not affect charging activity, they only trigger a notification. Click the pencil icon to edit and save changes once completed. The Schedule section is used to set days and times when charging activity is authorized for the vehicle. This section must be completed to allow the station to initiate fleet transactions. Click the pencil icon to edit. Tip: if your days are all going to be the same, you only have to complete the first day, and once you click on the next day, it will autofill the information from the previous row. The departure time and return plug time are parameters that can trigger notifications based on target times for the vehicle to leave and return to the depot. The buffer time adds extra minutes before the departure time and after the return time. This triggers notifications for early departures or late returns. The Schedule Energy Flow sets the time frame when you want the stations to send electrons to the vehicle regardless of being plugged in. If you want charging sessions to be authorized 24 hours a day, select 12 p.m. for the start and end time, and the vehicle will start charging as soon as it is plugged in, or edit the time frame to control when electrons flow. This is useful if you want a fleet vehicle to authorize a session when it returns to the depot for overnight charging, but don't want electrons to start flowing until later. Once you have made all your edits, click Save Changes. The Notifications tab is used to turn email notifications about this specific vehicle on or off. If you have set notifications in the fleet group this vehicle is a part of, changes here will overwrite the group notifications for this specific vehicle only. These emails are sent to you and the delegates associated with this fleet group automatically every time the parameters you set in the Constraints tab are met. There are 3 notifications you can control: Plug out time tells you if the vehicle had an early departure. It looks at the parameters you set for departure time plus your buffer and triggers a notification if the vehicle unplugs earlier than that. Plug out below minimum energy tells you if the vehicle plugged out before it reached the minimum energy level you have set. Plug in time tells you if the vehicle had a late return. It looks at return plug time plus your buffer and triggers a notification if the vehicle plugs back in later than that. To control these notifications, click the pencil icon. Select on or off for each, and save changes. The Information tab shows you what you entered when you first created the vehicle. All vehicle information can be edited by clicking the pencil icon. This is also where you can delete a vehicle from your fleet entirely, if necessary, by clicking Delete Vehicle. An alternative way to add a vehicle is when editing a fleet group. Click on Manage Fleet from the side menu and select the fleet group you would like to add a vehicle to. In the Vehicle tab for this fleet group, click Add New Vehicle. Enter the details and click Save. To remove a vehicle from this fleet group, click the X at any time. To edit this vehicle any further, you must visit the main Vehicles section we previously reviewed. If you have any further questions, please contact your account manager. Thank you for choosing Blink.